What's up, guys? Once again, it's the Boss and the Sauce Show, Conference USA College Football Preview right now.
The Florida Atlantic Owls head coach Lane Kiffin in his third year, back and 6 on the defensive side of the ball. Now, last year they had a kind of a disappointing season. They finished up 5-7 in the second year after having that successful first year where they reeled off 10 straight W's, and that was kind of like a real bright spot for the team last year. Now, this year they're going to be led by quarterback FSU Francois from Florida State. He's coming down to Boca Raton to run the offense for them. And they get running back of Alabama, transfer running back. He's going to be in the backfield. Now, lose their all-time leading rusher to the NFL. One thing to note, they do face in their road teams this year. They're going to play all their conference opponents on the road. None of them participated in the bowl game last year. So they kind of got a light schedule on the road this year, so help them in the win column. And they do have some skill position players that are really nice. They got a tight end, Brian Harrison. He had like 45 catches for 6. Wide receiver Willie Wright, 46 catches over 500 yards. And a kid from Indiana, he's a transfer also. Nick Tronte, his name is. He's going to be in his second season. He was a freshman up there last year. So just in case something happens to Francois, they have to have somebody to back up his role. So I'm just looking at the offense right now. What do you got? You got any kind of notes on these guys so far?
Well, I had to do my due diligence. Lane Kiffin, third year right here. This season falls 100% Lane Kiffin's responsibility right here. He may have, through his years, he's been, offensive coordinator, different stuff. Being a head coach involves recruiting, coaching, dealing with the staff, so forth and so on. I'm not sure if Lane Kiffin's cut out for the long-term job right here as head coach, but this year will definitely be the test because this is his third year, so he should have a few new recruits in there that he recruited to fit into his system, and also he should, have an impression with his staff and everything over there. And he should be acclimated to win because when he came into this conference, he came in doing his thing. So he should be acclimated to jump right back to winning if this is where Lane Kiffin's want to be and he's comfortable. But I'm not sure about that. Lane Kiffin may want to go back to the NFL, if you ask me. I'm not sure. But the offense is going to keep Lane Kiffin busy off top. He got Francois. He got the running back coming over there. And I think he also has a few returning linemen over there well. So the offense, and he's an offensive guy. So, the offense should be looking good off top just with the hands he's dealt right there. But the defense, this defense sees another defensive coordinator this year, and they returned 6 starters on this defense who gave up 31 points a game in 2018. Now, if this team does not do any better than the 2018 team with the 5-7 record, Kiffin's seat will definitely be heating up, guys.
But they were like near the bottom overall, and they bring a new defensive coordinator, like you say, the guys from Charlotte, the competitive school, and over there they were somewhere in the middle over there too. So even if they play up to Charlotte standards, it's got to be improving from what they did. But Florida, they have a lot of athletes in the state, and like we've mentioned this before, the kids that don't go to the bigger schools, they wind up going to the FAUs and the USFs and those type of schools like this. So they got athletes. They just need to be coached up a little bit. And like you said, Lane's more of an offensive guy, quarterbacks guy, so he's going to need some help there. So we'll see, and we'll see how they start off. And I have to agree with you there too. After that fast start that he had, and if he takes a step back, because he does bounce around. He's been from school to school to school. So we'll see what it winds up to. I'm thinking more or less somewhere in the realm of like 7-5 for this squad again this year, possibly. I don't see him going nowhere near the top. Maybe just real close, but not. I see him in a bowl game, but I don't see him in a big bowl.
Yeah, I think Lane Kiffin on the long stem of things may be one of those kind of mediocre guys. He kind of needs the rah-rah, the staff, and all that type of support for him to achieve the goals that he wanted to achieve. When he first got here, he most definitely had the goal to get some wins right here, and he got that. And then last year, I marked him in to having a good season, as much success as he had last year, but he didn't show up at all, and when things got bad, he kind of folded his hand a little bit. So I'm not sure how enthused he is on being the coach of this team, but we'll look into that further going on, through the year and some more. Hopefully the guy doesn't want to be there, and it's something that we can hammer. But what you think? Any last words on that team, BigRagoo?
Yeah, I mean, they came up with a big swing and a miss and a big disappointment last year. So that wasn't a good look on his part, especially coming out of the gate like he did. We'll see. Maybe Francois will help him out there, and he's definitely going to need the help on the defensive side to accomplish his goals. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm looking at maybe 7 wins, bowl bound. If they get lucky, maybe they scratch 8, or maybe they go 6-6. We'll see.
Hey, we'll see what it is, man. It's the Boss and the Sauce show. We're going to stay tuned when it comes to FAU in the Conference USA Football Preview 2019 right here on the Boss and Sauce show. Next team.